And whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha Kudash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Alright, I was watching this video here, done by the elder Yashawamba, alright, Remnant Save 144, and I had seen the video that the brother Yashalam had put up, alright, GMS Watchman going into, let me see if I could find the title, but long story short, you have this new thing that they're going with, new propaganda, alright, going against what they call religious extremists. Okay, the title of the video was Religious Extremists, the Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act of 2021. Okay, and so you can watch that. Alright, now we knew this was coming, okay, but see, now what we're really starting to see is that under Trump, these people, these politicians, these governors, these so on and so forth, and especially these elites, all right, they've had us on their eye, on their list for years, okay, but under Trump you had that divide. There was constantly something going on here, there, and third. But now that they put Biden up in there, he's calling for unity, okay? But that means that whatever he signs, whatever legislations he puts into place, it's gonna be for, it's not gonna be divided, and they can focus their full attention, all right, on whatever that case may be. Now, what we saw, all right, what we noticed with Trump leaving office was the rise of these so-called big tech corporations, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all these different social media platforms basically coming up and using Trump as that opening entrance for them to say, hey, you know what, we have the power, or we are now censoring or blocking or shutting out anybody that's basically in violation of what we say you're in violation of. So now you're seeing, all right, these social media platforms exerting more power, all right, and control, okay, and policing on these platforms. That includes YouTube, which is where we upload our videos. So we understand that both digitally, all right, and physically, they're gonna come and attack this truth. The prophecy of Amos 8 and 11 has to be fulfilled. There is gonna be a famine of the word, okay. And how is that going to come about? Well, the avenues in which you get this word are going to be closed. So not only so you have the option of you either see us out there, okay, or you see us online. Now when they make their great push, okay, when they make their great push and they come after us, there's going to be a agenda, a narrative, all right, and they're of course, like Apostle Tahar said, Esau paints with a broad brush. Okay, they start off wide, So if maybe they're going after some roaches in a house, specifically in a certain room somewhere, they'll quarantine off the whole house. So then they now can work their way towards the center, to where their real goal is. And if you notice, whenever there's either a so-called attack or something big goes down, they always start off wide, and then they slowly but surely narrow it down to what they really want to paint the picture as, right? And I believe, like, dealing with the whole Jersey shooting that happened maybe a year or two ago, okay, they started it off, and then now this guy had a manifesto and this, and then it led them to this, which led them to that, and then boom, he was a so-called black Hebrew Israelite, as they call it. So they start off wide. Sources, they're still looking and they're still investigating. They know exactly what they want to do. Okay, but it needs to look realistic. It needs to take time. We need to say, well, this led us to this, which led us to that, and boom, 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 here we are. So religious extremists, we know, and they know that the main look. If we weren't out here teaching, they wouldn't be pushing an agenda against quote unquote religious extremists. So we know, and they know that they really want us. All right, they really want us. Okay, now they can't just come straight up at us because they don't have just the way Esau moves is he creates a justification for whatever action he's about to take. All right. So he needs that justification. So, okay, religious extremists. All of a sudden now extremism is so high, terrorism, domestic terrorists. But we got to focus more on the religious aspect. These guys are causing incitement in people. And that's why, once again, that whole situation on the Capitol, right? They said that it was because of Trump's insidious speeches. He incited insurrection. He incited violence. So now that's why these platforms blocked him, because they're saying that he incited, his words caused people to go and commit actions which were dangerous. So if we blocked him for that action, then all we have to do is say you people are basically doing the same thing. You're in his shoes, because your words are also causing people to commit certain actions that are dangerous. And then they can start pulling up the list which they've been putting together all these years. What's that? Joy Morgan. You had that dude who claimed he was an Israelite. I think they say he raped a 13-year-old or something like that. They got a lot of things out there, and they've twisted and turned it and clipped out certain portions of videos. And so, when they take down the platform, they try to shut down our voice. So we can't speak to defend ourselves. See, when they first came after us, and Fox News put that clip to try and, make it seem as though, the brothers had pushed the lady on the floor. When we actually brothers actually put the full clip and explained it, people were like, oh, Fox News is capping. But they're going to eliminate that possibility for you to be able to clarify things. And the only narrative there is going to be what they say. Okay, it's gonna be what they say. So, like I said, you can go check out these videos. All right, it's get edified, get notified, because the time is coming when they're going to these words that we're speaking. You're not gonna hear them for long. Then things are gonna get real, very, very real. Okay, now Esau trying to push this narrative. Okay, we already know the history of this accuser. We know he has a history of lies. We know he has a history of you want to talk about extremists and terrorists, they're the real terrorists. Look at what they've done. They're going to try to come after us, right? But what have we done? If anything, we're bettering people. We're telling them we're bettering our people. But hey, as much as we tell these Edomites that they're going to be servants under us, have we gone and physically grabbed some Edomites and said, hey, come serve me? Have we grabbed up a bunch of Edomites and put them in shackles and said, hey, the scriptures say this, or no? So you're going to come after us ultimately and paint that picture as if we are some dangerous people. But hold up, what about you? What have you done? Okay, how many people have you killed? How many countries have you invaded against their will? Okay, sovereign countries, and you went in there under the guise of some lies that you made. And you went and did some wickedness over there, killed people, all right, set up puppet rulers over there for their resources. So isn't that very, very hypocritical of you? Anyway, let's get into these precepts. This is John chapter 8, verse 44. All right, now it says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. Whoa, hold up. Your line, your forefathers go back to what? A murderer. But you have the nerve to come and accuse us. It says, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. There is no truth in him. He's gonna come and through his policy, as it says in Daniel 8, through his policy he shall cause craft to prosper. They're gonna come and they're gonna set up these policies. They're gonna say this, they're gonna say that. You know why? Their laws and their legislations are not based on facts. They're not based on truth. They're based on manipulated stories. They're based on emotions that they play on. They target certain things, all right, that can tap into people's emotions, all right, cause them to draw out the hate in them, draw out the disgust in them by using certain words, playing certain clips, cropping off certain, you know. It says, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. You hear that? He is the father of lies. So the liar himself is going to come and try to put that big lie on us, okay, so that he can be justified in coming after us. But you know what? We're not concerned with proving our innocence to you or to the world. Because the ultimate judge who knows we're innocent is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And guess what? Isaiah 59 and 19. You're going to come in like a flood because you think that just because you have legislations and you have people who believe your narrative that you're going to be able to come and touch us. But the ultimate one, all right, who permits things to happen on the earth is on our side. So if the Most High says, no, you're not touching them, it doesn't matter. You could have every single person on the planet Earth hate us, but you still can't touch us. Okay? Because what? The Heavenly Father, Ba'Shem Yahushai, has our back, man. The Creator. Now this is the book of Job, chapter 13, verse 4. Verse 4 says, "But ye are forgers of lies." And one thing they have a habit of doing is, whenever they start getting heat on them, you know, something that they're doing, people start looking at in their direction, they want to cause a big distraction, because they know that the wickedness and lies and deceit that they've put out there is so much that if you even stare at them for just a couple of minutes, you'll be able to spot it out. And so they don't want you staring at them at all. So the second you start looking, what? Cause a distraction here, you know, cause something to happen here. It says, ye are all physicians of no value. Okay? But how does a physician of no value, okay, go from a physician of no value to somebody that everybody thinks, all right, is a valuable physician? Through deceit. Okay? Through deceit. You say herbs don't work, medicine works. There's no such thing as cures, but we got treatments. Side effects? Oh, maybe you may die, but come on. The benefits well outweigh the risks. All right, that's how they move. Okay, now going into the book. Matter of fact, I'll actually get this first. The book of Revelation, chapter 2. You know what? Let's actually go into 12. Revelation 12 and 9. It says, "And the great dragon was cast out." Now we know, all right, who that great dragon is, but you people are about to find out why they're referred to as the dragon. You don't see, you know, a lot of people don't see why Esau Edom is a dragon, you know, because the Lord, Revelation 12 and 12 hasn't come to pass yet. The Lord hasn't fully transformed this little serpent, this snake, which that's what he was in the garden. Okay. The Lord hasn't fully transformed him into that dragon to where, but when he starts breathing fire, you're going to know, oh shit, what's going on? Okay. It says that now pay attention to the words that are used to describe this devil. It says that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. So if this devil could deceive the whole world, why would you trust him? All right, because you got people out there that watch our videos, and they know us, and they know what we do. They know all we do is teach the scriptures. Okay, we don't go out there, we don't harm anybody, we don't promote. We actually, if anything, we actually tell you, we people who try to come up, you know, physically and get arms and all that, we condemn that, if anything, you know. But according to them, how they've labeled us, they got those Southern Poverty Law Center, all right. They got these so-called, you know, FBI agents and all. So they got everything set up already. Project Megiddo. They got everything set up already to say, no, it doesn't matter what you say, you're black. All right, you're black. And we're not going to allow you to even defend yourself. We're just going to shut down everything and just tell the world this is what you are, even though it's not true. But you know what? You're going to do that for prophecy's sake. So it's okay. Go ahead. Now, you can go, it's like threats. It's like empty threats. See, somebody can threaten you, all right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to put their hands on you. Hey, somebody, I'm going to come down and kill your ass. But you killing me is up to whether the Lord is going to permit that or not. And if the Lord says, nah, don't worry, he's going to threaten you, but he ain't going to do shit. Why should I be worried? Why should I lose sleep because you went and said something that holds no weight? If they come and these guys are they're dangerous. Why should we be worried? Have we done anything bad? No. We're serving the Heavenly Father and His Son. So, and the Lord, and on top of that, the Lord told us the same way the Lord told Moses that I'm going to harden Pharaoh's heart. Expect this because I'm going to harden his heart. The Lord told Moses that. So Moses knew when Pharaoh was talking all that shit, Moses knew. So the same thing, the Lord told us. He told, look, this is what they're going to do. This is the devil's MO. This is his plan. He's going to do this. But don't worry, it's for prophecy's sake. He's going to do it. But at the end of the day, you're going to be delivered. So we know, all right, what to expect. All right, we know what to expect. So we not, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't lose sleep. You know what I'm saying? You start losing hair, 5 o'clock shadows and all that. No, you don't. Look, man, just have the trust in the Lord, man. If He said this was going to happen and we're seeing it happen, then everything else He said was going to happen is also going to happen, right? But anyway, it says what? It calls him the devil. Okay. And Satan. Now let's look up what the word, all right, what does the word devil mean? Let's look up the meaning, the root. Okay. The origin. Let's look up the word devil from the online etymology dictionary. So it says here, all right. Let's see what we can find on here. All right. So it says here, the Latin word for ecclesiastical Greek diablos. Right now, let's look up Revelation 12 and 9 and let's see what the word there is for devil. Okay, the word there for devil is what? Diablos. So we know that we're looking at this definition right here for diablos. Okay, because this is the term, this is the context in which it was used in. So what does it mean here? Now we know it's not talking about Satan because it says Old English Diophol, a devil. Also in Christian theology, the devil, a powerful spirit. But we know it's not actually talking about the spiritual demon Satan. In Revelation 12 and 9 is actually the word Diablos is referring onto, let's read it here, Esau, Edom. But let's read what it says here as the meaning of the word. It says, which in Jewish and Christian use was the devil Satan, and which in general use meant accuser, slanderer. Okay, so if you're called an accuser or slanderer, all right, it says it is an agent noun from Greek diabalin, to slander, attack, literally to throw across, and that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna drag us through the mud. They go, oh, these guys are the worst people in all of existence. See, when all is said and done, the root. All right, the point in which they're gonna stop and harp on is gonna be when they get to us. Yeah, white extremists and these people, but they're gonna glance through that page so fast and say that you have these white. That's how they started off. You have these white extremists. Yes, look, these are bad people. And then in a matter of just as you're watching it, it's switching. You start off with these so-called white extremists, but next thing you know, you're on black religious extremists. Yes, these guys are more dangerous. You see these guys. So you have the original KKK, but these guys are like the worst of the worst. And then they stop there and they harp on that. And then slowly but surely that white supremacist groups, though, that the stuff they started with starts to just ease away somewhere, because now the main focus is what? Black supremacist groups, religious extremists, this, that, and the third. That's what they want. All right. It says across through, it says Cedia plus Balian to throw. Okay. And he's going to throw all these accusations at us. Okay. And make it seem like we're, oh, well, the Lord did say that. Okay. Matthew 24. It says, Matthew 24:9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. Let's look up the word afflicted. It says, phlepses, a pressing together, pressure, metaphor, oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress, straits. Okay, they're gonna trouble us. Why? Why would they deliver us up to be afflicted? See, they can't deliver. Let's see what it says for that. Deliver. Paradedomi. It says to give into the hands of another, to give over into one's power or use. Okay, to deliver up one to custody, to be judged, condemned, punished, scourged, tormented, put to death. Okay, that's what Revelation 2:10. Now, so when you're delivered, that means you're given to somebody that's going to be able to judge you or condemn you or so on and so forth, right? So when it says then shall they deliver you, it means what? They're going to turn you in. They're going to arrest you. They're going to come for you. But they can't. Why haven't they done it yet? Because they need a narrative. You see, how do you incriminate somebody that's not a criminal? You make them a criminal, because they know that we're not villains. All right. So they have to make it seem like we are. You know, they just have to paint a big enough picture and just throw us in there. They keep tailoring their story to where at some point they can match something, all right, that can say boom, the perfect target right there, boom, let's shoot them. All right. It says and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. You hear that? Ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So why are we? But we're not hated of all nations. Why are we hated of all nations? Because of what they're going to say. Okay, hated, detested. Okay, because of what they're gonna say. Nobody likes a terrorist, right? You know, nobody likes an extremist. Nobody likes somebody that's dangerous and harmful, going around hurting people. So if they say that's what you are, then nobody's gonna like you. But see, you were fine. You were fine when you were just Billy. But when you became Rakha, or when you became you know, I'm just thinking of some random Hebrew names. You know, you became now you're a threat. But when you were just a regular Jake in the world, just doing wickedness, you know, Thomas, or you know, I don't know, Jerome or something, just going around sticking people up, whatever the case. Oh, you were fine. You know, but you change, you know what I'm saying? There's a problem right there. You know? So going back, so we looked up the word devil, all right? That's what they called him. He's a devil. He's a slanderer. Okay? Slanderer. Meaning. It says, one who attacks the reputation of another by slander or libel. Okay? Backbiter, defamer. Okay, one who disparages or belittles the worth of something. So is Esau not a slanderer? Before he goes in and attacks people, does he not slander them first? Oh, they're using chemical weapons on their people. Oh, we got to go in there. See, they're the bad guy. We're the good guys. But we can't be the good guys if there's no bad guy. Because then when we go and take action, that makes us the bad guy. So before we go and play the role of the good guys, we have to make the bad guy. And all it takes is media, okay, and propaganda. Simple as that. Stop the person from being able to tell you that they're not the bad guy, and just tell everybody that they are. You see, that's how simple-minded people are. All it takes is for them to tell you, hey, these guys are bad. But for you to actually, well, why would you say that? No, don't worry about that. They're just bad. Okay, cool, they're bad. I agree. That's how these people are. And it says what? And Satan It says, and Satan. So now let's look up the word Satan. Okay, Satan. It says here, proper name of the supreme evil spirit in Christianity, but this ain't about Christianity, this is about the truth. All right. It says Old English Satan or Satan, from Latin Satan, in Vulgate, It says from Greek Satanas, from Hebrew should say Shatan, adversary one, or adversary, one who plots against another. So when they come out, and when you go to the beginning of this clip, you see these guys over here. All right, see if his face comes up. You see, they come up nicely. Oh, everything's all good. You know what they're getting ready to do? All right, they're getting ready, or they're plotting against us. It says to show enmity to. What did the Lord tell Eve? Did he not tell him that he would put enmity between her seed and the seed of the serpent? So it's just a fulfillment of prophecy. It says oppose, plot against, one who opposes, obstructs, or acts as an adversary. So that's exactly what they're doing. It says in Septuagint, Greek usually translated as Diablo, slanderer, like we just read. So that's why I called him what? The devil and Satan, because that's exactly, those are his characteristics, who deceiveth the whole world. But then what does it say? He was cast out into the earth and his angels were cast out with him. So you're not going to succeed. You could deceive people to the point where you get some of us, you might even kill some of us. All right, as we're going to read here in Revelation 2 and 10. But so what? At the end of the day, you may win, you may think you won a battle, but you're going to lose the war. Revelation 2 and 10, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right. They're going to cast some of you or some of us into prison for what? Because they're the adversary. They're plotting against us and they're going to slander us to gain justification to do just that. Now, when you look up the word devil, it says diabolos. It says here, a metaphor applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of God, are we not out here prophesying the word of the Most High? May be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. And what does the devil do? He slanders and accuses falsely. So, what we're doing is we're actually watching a movie. We're watching the movie that we're partaking in because we already know how it goes. We've read the script. All right. Lastly, I already read this in Matthew. Okay, so hey, just putting it out there, man. We already know what time it is. All right, the vibration is there, and the word is basically already gone out through the four corners of the earth. So now it's just a matter of time. All right, it's just a matter of time, as the scriptures say, watch as well as pray. Because this devil is moving real fast. Okay, and they need to eliminate us so that they can get the part of the great reset is us being eliminated. All right, they're resetting this whole world so they can start afresh with their new world order, but there's no room for us in their new world order. And that's why it says in Revelation 13 that anybody that doesn't worship the image of the beast should be killed. How do you do that? You get justification to eliminate them. All right, so stay on your watch, and those who are playing games, you're gonna get caught up in this, man, and you're not gonna have a defense. All right, so stay in the spirit, pray, fast, and call upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakha Kudash. Until next time, Shalom.